What's up guys, and welcome to my channel Flame with a 4. In this video we are going to be doing issue 49, which is the driver's side rear workstation. So we're going to be doing the driver's side rear workstation, which is just here. As it's such a small piece, we are going to include issue 50 in this as well. So we're going to do 49 and 50, which is the jump seat, just so that we can put it into a bit of a more challenging video, as opposed to just putting one bracket on. So first thing we'll do, we're going to go grab this piece out. I don't think we'll need to worry about fast forwarding through because there's not really too much in this. So just going to have a quick look to see what is inside. So we have this section here, which is 49A, and then we also have 2 EP screws, which is not a lot again, and we have as well this little bracket section here, which they call 49C. So we're going to get that out too. And then the other part that we have is 49B, which is also another little bracket section too. Once I've put these on, we will show you up close what they look like when they are on. So let's just quickly do this. So the first thing it's asking us to do, quite simple really. It's asking us to take 49A, which is this section, and then on the back here, this is where we're gonna this is the corner here where we're going to be popping the screws in. It's telling us to put in 49B, which is this section here. It's asking us to put it into there with the little tab so that the hole is facing at the top, like so. As you can see, like that. And then we're going to hold that with our finger, and at the bottom of the section there, we're going to put in a little EP screw. So it's going to place that EP screw in there. Take the trusty long reach screwdriver, and then just do that up. Don't worry about over tightening it too much, because remember guys, this is only plastic, and the last thing you want to do is break it. So that's in place, and that just goes in just like that. Once you've done that guys, you do need to now go and take this 49C section here, which looks like a Lego hand, so it's pretty cool. We've got a little fly that's decided to join us, and that has got a bracket on it as well, and there's a little tab at the bottom so you don't get it in wrong. Tab goes towards the bottom, and then you just put it in place into that top section there. Just be careful not to break it, so make sure it's lined up, and then just pop it in. You should be able to just get it in there so that it's lined up properly. So just make sure that the hole meets. You don't want to push it all the way in, because the bracket does, by the looks of it, no, that does go flush. So we do need to make sure we get that in all the way through. So it looks like that goes at more of an angle. So we'll just turn that to the side a little bit more. There you go. And then that just goes in like that. So it kind of goes over to this side more, so you need to make sure that that bracket that we put in first goes over to the side. You then need to take another EP screw, pop that in the top, right there. Take the screwdriver again, and then we're going to just do that up so that holds that bracket into place. And remember, it's got a locating pin, so you shouldn't get it wrong. And then that's nice and sturdy. And then it should look like that. So that's all it wants is to have it looking like at the end of stage 49. But remember guys, we're going to crack on and go straight into stage 50 as well. So we're going to grab those out. So we've got a spare screw just there, which is a spare EP screw. So I'm going to just pop that back in the bag along with all the spares. And then we're going to take out issue 50. In issue 50, we are going to be doing the jump seat. So that's the seat that folds down that you get on ambulances. So that's really cool. So we'll grab all the pieces out real quick, guys, and then we'll come back once we've got them out. Okay guys, we now have all the pieces out. There are quite a few fiddly bits here, but the first thing it wants is to make us figure A, so we're assembling the seat back. So we need to take 50C and 50B. You do need to just check that and make sure that the parts are right. So these are, not too sure whether these are labelled up or not. I'm just going to go by how they should really look, to be fair. Just want to see if there's any difference in them. I mean, this one here has holes in it. whereas I think, yeah, so the backrest doesn't have a hole in the side there, so then that's the one with the hole in it. So you need to make sure that you go with the one that doesn't have the hole in it first. So we'll quickly do that. So we need to take this section here, which is 50C. We need to put in this metal section here, which is 50A, which looks exactly like that. You want to make sure that it's round this way, and you need to put it in so that those little tabs go on top. So you do need to feed those little tabs around. I'm going to put them around first so you can see. So there you just go on like that, and then there was 1, 2, 3, 4 screws that go into there, and they're going to be the MP screws, which are the little flat ones. So we're going to take those and quickly pop those in, and we'll be back in a sec. Okay guys, once those MP screws are in, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 just there, and they are the MP screws, okay? Now we're going to move on to the next section. So guys, the next thing we need to do is grab 50D, which is this piece here. This is what it looks like on the back, as you can see there. It looks pretty cool. What we need to do now, we need to mount this back section that we just made onto this piece here. So you want it so that when it goes into place, it looks like that, but then you've got the 2 holes at the bottom there for 50D. On the back here, we need to pop in 4 EP screws. We're going to go ahead and do that and show you what that looks like when it's complete. So there you have it guys, that's what it looks like when it's done. So that is what they call figure A, so it should look like that. So with the 50D here mounting on the back cushion, on the back here there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the EP screws. We now need to take this bottom section here, and we need to make sure that that fits on like so. So it looks like a little tray, but that's going to be the bit that holds the bottom rest in. So as you can see, it goes that way round. We need to just pop it onto there. In the back here, we need to pop in 2 HP screws. So we're going to go ahead and quickly do that, and we'll pop back as soon as those are put in place. Okay guys, the HP screws are now put into place, so they just go in the back there. So there's 1, 2 holding that on, so it looks like there's a little tray where you'd put your flowers. That is how you want that to look. Make sure that it looks like this from the side, that from the back, and then that from the bottom. So if yours is looking like that, then you are onto the right track. So what I'm going to do now, leave it there, we'll turn the page and see what else we have to do. The next thing it's asking for us to do is to take 50F and 50B. 50B is the foam bit, 50F is already pre-put in there, so I don't need to take it. That is the one that has the holes in either side. So there's a hole in there, a hole in there. What we need to do is put this bracket into place. So this goes in, and then the tabs go over the top as they did in the last one. But in this one, you need to make sure that they go through them holes down in the corners. So you'd probably be best off putting one of the corners in first, I would guess. Lifting that tab underneath, and then just pushing the other one into place. Lifting the next tab in the middle to 2 tabs on the top. It depends if it goes how I want it to. And then there's 1 tab at the top here to make sure that goes over. There you go, straighten it all up. Make sure that they all line up before you continue. That should look like that when you're done. And then it looks like this side. Then you have the 2 pieces sticking out there, which are going to be hinged, I would have thought. And then we need to now go and put in some more MP screws. So we'll go ahead and put those 4 MP screws into place, and then we'll pop right back as soon as we've done that, guys, okay? See you in a bit. Okay guys, those MP screws, are now put in place. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 MP screws, which are just there, as you can see. That's what it should look like from the side there, and then that's the front, and this is the back. So you need to make sure it looks like that. This is going to be the bottom hinge section just there. We do now need to go put the bracket into place. So this is going to be a little bit of a different thing to do. So what you need to do here is at the bottom there is a cut out ridge, and it's got 3 holes in that section there. So that's going to be where we mount it. You need to put this into place, and you need to make sure that it's flat at the bottom and then domed at the top there, and then that just sits into place there. This goes over the top to hold it all in, and then there's a little locating lug which goes in the middle first, the middle hole there. So once you have that into place, that will click down like so. So then that moves up and down like this. When you have done that, you need to hold it all into place. I will show you once it's all done. Then there's 2 screws that go in there, 2 more EP screws. So we need to go grab a couple more little EP screws. We'll just pop those in, guys. Once they're in, we will pop back in a second and then show you what that looks like when it's in place. So there you have it, guys. That's now into place there. So just to run through parts wise, so 50I is this piece here, and then the bracket that went on is 50H. That just sits over the top like that, so then you can fold that down when it's in its position of being flat, so it can go down, and then so you can lift it up when you need to lift it up. So that's how that should look, and it shouldn't go any further than there. Do not force it, it will break. So make sure that is like that. What we need to do, we need to mount the 2 together. So we just take these 2 sections here, and then we just put them in to one another like that. And then on the side here, we need to put 2 AP screws, one in there and one in here. Remember, this needs to fold up and down. So don't go and do it up really tight, guys. You don't need to. We are going to go grab a couple of AP screws and quickly put those in, okay? Okay guys, that's now done. So the seat is now into place. As you can see here, there are 2 AP screws, one in the side there and then one in the side here. When you pull the seat down like so, then you lift this bit out and then it now sits like a little bench seat. So it's really cool. I really like how that is put together and how it feels like real leather when we know obviously it's fake, but it feels really good and it looks really good how it should do when the, you know, it's very screen accurate, I would have thought. You can weather this and do whatever you need to. The next thing we need to do is take the piece from issue 49, which is just, we need to attach it onto the back of that. So we're just gonna, there is a little locating lug just there and then 2 holes. It just needs to sit on here like so, and then it'll go there and then it'll pull down once it's in position, and then we can leave it staying up for now just while we put the screws in. On the back here, we need to put in 2 IP screws, so we'll just go grab those and then put those in. Okay guys, so at the end of this issue 50, we should have a completed seat bench which now folds down and looks like this. So look how cool that is. That is so good. So that's what it wants it to look like. So as I said, on the back here, you need to make sure the 2 IP screws go in there to hold that seat bench in place like so. Looks really cool. Really like how it's coming along. I'm just going to sit it like that for now while we flick through the magazine. There's a little bit in here about Kurt Fuller, The Hard Way, The Muppet Master. So just showing you, I love these reads are so good. There's so much information in here, cram packed. Stephen Dane's Ecto-1's designs, it's just really cool. Possessed, and then in the next issue it's showing us what we're going to be getting in the next one. So I can't wait to do this with you again, guys. Hopefully we'll get to do this again real soon. That is what we have coming in the next set of issues, so it's going to be really cool. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel just by clicking the button just down here in this area there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.